I'll see a countdown. Making sure.
We are back. We're back, Steven. We're back.
We're back
on a new night.
Isn't there a Backstreet Boys song? Anyways, never mind.
Oh, you're really going.
How are you, sir?
You got to take some from like the '90s, really. Yeah, Backstreet Boys.
Yeah. Okay. '80s. I don't know. How are you been?
I've been good. Unfortunately, caught the COVID. The COVID.
The big C.
COVID finally caught me, and I'm still just tired most of the time. So, thank everyone who are in the chat. We did move our night. We went from Fridays at 8, decided to go to Wednesdays at 8 for game time. That we start up again, but we want to keep Kickin Old Skool going. Now, Steven,
this may switch a little bit.
A little bit.
We got to figure out our schedules and school starting, and it may shift around. But for now, it's Wednesdays at 8 o'clock.
Right, and I'm out of school right now, so I'm okay. I don't do the school thing.
We're just kicking it old school, not regular school.
Right.
Yeah, that's fine. So you're over the COVID, but this was your first time, right?
This is my first time, and I'm over the COVID, but I'm still incredibly shot. Rexer, hey, buddy. Rexer. I saw his last couple of shows. I did get a chance to talk to him, but Rexer's got some really good content as of late. So let's go check out his last video. He was talking about the new machine from Arcade 1-Up. Well, you know what? We do have some stuff still on Amazon, but we're actually trying to get away from Amazon. We're going to be using the T-Sticks website. I have a link down below in my videos because you can get 20% off your first order, which is first of all better. And honestly, Amazon, we did that initially just so people knew about our products and got it out there. But Amazon's really a horrible place to work through. Papa Brad, how you doing, buddy? Glad to see you here. Now, Steven, there was a couple of things. We decided we took a little break here from Kickin Old Skool because Steven was actually on vacation, and originally
he needed
a vacation.
No, I was mad at Glenn.
He was mad at me, but this is the second year in a row that he tried to come to see me for a visit. The first time I got kidney stones, so that didn't work out, and I'm glad you didn't come here because I caught the COVID. And
the big
we got it. So if you'd come here, you would simply caught the COVID.
Probably, yeah. And I'm surprised we didn't get it down in Florida.
Yeah.
So it's like, but maybe next year we'll try to plan ahead, and you know, we'll see what happens, and we'll see what gives, and yeah. So it's been a much needed vacation. We went down to Florida, did the typical amusement park thing.
Right.
Went down to Disney first. We did Magic Kingdom and Universal Studios, so Star Wars and princesses. But there was no princesses to be found.
Well,
Not that
if
I
I
wanted
was
to,
there,
but
I
my
would have been a
daughter did.
princess.
Yeah, but you're a drag queen anyway, so whatever. But anyways, went down there, did that, liked it so much. We ended up doing later on Epcot and Animal Kingdom, which was not in the original plan, but it's still fine. And we did Kennedy Space Center.
Oh, how was that?
And
Don't just you can't just skip over that. Did you see a launch?
no launch.
No launch.
There was one. There was one the day before, apparently. Oh, you just missed one. It was yesterday.
You know,
Really?
that happened to me. I was 13. I want to say it was 81 or 82 when a shuttle was going up. And we saw the countdown clock going. We didn't put two and two together. And the very next day, we were at Disney. I remember distinctly. They say, "Oh, the shuttle's going up on T minus 10 minutes." I'm like, "What? So no!" And I missed the shuttle going up.
Missed it. Well, we didn't. We missed it by a whole day. And I don't. I think it was SpaceX that went up launching satellites or something.
That would have been cool because you probably would have saw a launch and a landing, and that probably would have been really cool.
I don't know if the landing is visible from Kennedy Space Center on the pad.
I think it's the same pad, and sometimes they land out in the ocean, but a lot of times they do take off on pad 39 and land back on pad 39.
Oh, really? Yeah, that we didn't see that. So we saw the benches where everybody sat to see a launch, but that's it. So we didn't get to actually see an actual launch. But that place, there's something to be said about it. It's a great place to visit, but once. If you're not there for a launch,
right?
You know what I mean.
Right.
So at least if you're there to see the achievements of space flight for the U.S. And the Canadian arm on the shuttle. It was like,
hey, that's from your hometown, Canada, right?
That's not town, but country. Yes, but
it's like a town. It's a small country. It's very tiny.
They don't build up here anything in the boonies, so it's none of that. But it was cool, and it's a one and done type of thing, right? It's a beautiful place. It's remarkable, very educational, very awesome. But would I go back there just to visit it again? No. But to see a launch, yes. So Kennedy Space Center was, was pretty cool. And then, like I said, we did Animal Kingdom and Epcot, which we were supposed to go to Busch Gardens, but ended up doing that. And then we did Universal Studios the following weekend.
Okay.
Let me tell you, that Harry Potter world. I'm not a Harry Potter fan.
I'm not. I know a lot of people are.
I don't hate it. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate it, but that land was freaking incredible. We took the train, the whole 9 yards, and did the whole. My son is a huge Harry Potter fan, and he loved it. So we took the train back and forth and all that stuff. It was pretty cool. Went on the roller coaster, Hagrid's something or motorcycle ride. So that was a fast roller coaster. And the scariest roller coaster I went on when I was there was the Velocicoaster.
Okay.
That thing was I was scared shitless after I got off that thing. My daughter, let's go again, let's go again, let's go again. And I was like, no, I'm not going back on that damn thing. I love roller coasters, but that thing, you were only braced by your waist and your legs. So they did loop-de-loops with no shoulder harness.
Huh?
So you felt like you were gonna launch your ass right out of the seat, but it's the whole sensation. So it's like a bar that pushes your legs down.
Okay.
So there's no way for you to get out, but your body and your brain don't know that, So, and it's fast. It's stupid fast. It does like a corkscrew going right over top of the water and everything. And there's this part halfway through, it accelerates and goes up a very steep thing. It does a corkscrew on the way up and does like a 90 or 80-degree drop.
Okay.
Yeah, you think you're going to get launched right off of the damn thing.
SeaWorld, Paul just said SeaWorld has no whales. They got rid of the whales.
I didn't go to SeaWorld.
Well, they did. They got rid of the whales a couple of years ago.
Okay.
They said it was inhumane type of thing.
Oh, really? Yeah. So I didn't do a SeaWorld. We got enough. I think it was Epcot. There's an aquarium there. You see the sharks and you see the dolphins and all that
Right.
stuff. And that was good enough to fill us with the fish thing, you know. So we were quite happy. We asked the kids, "You want to go see more fish?" They're like, "Nah, it's all right." So I was like, "Hey, fine by us. Next." So it was really cool, dude. Like, I mean, oh, and I got this. I have to show everybody I went to the Star Wars land. So
Kennedy
the first
Land, you
thing I
mean?
got, well, yeah, I spent money. So this thing, oh no, please don't have it. Oh, I'll back it up.
I
There you go.
admit, I was like, what is that? I had no idea what that was when he first showed it to me.
The stupid thing in the background
A
or
little lower, a
whatever.
little lower. Oh, there you go, right there. So you keep it right there.
There. That's the symbol for the Mandalorian
Right.
clan, so to speak. And that hangs up on a wall. It's kind of like one of these, you know, the cow heads that you dry up and all that stuff,
Right.
right? I have the Luke Skywalker lightsaber that actually works.
It's awfully short.
It's the one the Oh no, this is a 36-inch blade. Well, not blade, fluorescent tube basically. And it you know, it works really good. Very cool
Now,
prop, and
does
it comes.
the laser come out so you can just have just the hilt?
Well, you have this part, which is that it unscrews from this part basically,
Okay.
so it screws in. So for display purposes, it has the more accurate hilt
Gotcha.
portion. But this here comes undone. You know, if you can kind of see it, and that just clips in there. There we go, and then you can. And then the pièce de résistance. Glenn really liked this one. The dark saber. It does the whole clashing thing too. Very nice. I love this thing. So, anyways, my Star Wars geek stuff got fixed.
Cool.
Basically.
Cool.
So I'm like a show and tell kid at school. Hey, did you see what I bought? So, and then I got a bunch of T-shirts, my SpaceX Dragon hat, and all kinds of stuff. So I needed a new T-shirt collection and hat collection. So I
Well,
said, time to go refresh.
Disney's
all that
definitely gonna be that spot to get all that stuff. So you hit a
I
lot of
paid for
places.
somebody's Ferrari over there.
Pretty much.
That's basically what I did. So it was good. It was relaxing. It was well needed.
Well, there was something you told me about that I'm not sure if I'm on board with, which was it the Rise of the Resistance ride?
So if I were to, like, we did all four parks at Disney. The way that you enunciate is that what is the best ride on the property of Disney property, right? Paul was asking who was it that had the dark saber. Well, it's the Mandalorian and the King of Mandalore and all that stuff. So, unless it was a friend of
Right.
his or whatever. But anyway, the best ride there was Guardians of the Galaxy. I think it was called Retro Rewind. No, something Rewind. Cosmic Rewind,
Okay.
I think it was. And it's an indoor roller coaster that actually turns on the rails. Like the car actually turns like 360 as you're moving forward and backwards.
Oh, really?
And there's literally, I won't spoil the little story, but basically it's like a show on a screen, and you're going around this indoor roller coaster where it's dark and stuff, and it's playing, like when we were on it, it was playing One Way or Another by Blondie, and apparently you can have Flock of Seagulls playing.
Isn't that a group?
You know what I mean?
Flock of Seagulls a group?
Yeah, Iran is the name of the song.
Well, Iran's also a country.
Yeah, I know, but that's the song from the Flock of Seagulls, right? So you go in there, it's a great ride. That's the best ride on the entire park of Disney, all four parks, bar none. But yes, Rise of the Resistance. Now, Glenn and I spoke before the show.
I'm not.
And me and Glenn are on the same page when it comes to the sequel trilogy. We're not fans, let's just say that. However, This Rise of the Resistance ride is freaking cool.
Mm,
It's not because of the Kylo Ren stuff. They can easily swap out the Kylo Ren character for Darth Vader in that ride, and it would still be cool. They could swap out everything
uh-huh.
and put all the legacy characters, and that thing would still be cool. It is really incredible what these guys have done. It's great. It's a great ride,
I'm not
and
sold.
we stood in line. We stood in line for I think an hour and a half, which sucked a lot. But we went right on opening, so that if you're going to go to Epcot and you're going to go to that thing when the park opens, just bolt your ass
Did they
over
still
there.
have the Mars one? It was like you took I think it was an Epcot.
Yes,
Did you get on that one? I
yes.
like that one.
Okay. So that ride has two versions. There's a green version they call
Right,
it, and an orange
right. The
version.
orange version, do we really feel the G forces?
Holy crap! The blood from the front of my frontal cord, whatever the hell the front part of the brain, all the blood rushed to the back of it. I was dizzy when the thing was
That's my
launching because
brother.
I went on the green part.
Right.
And I was like, this is a pussy ride. What the hell is this? You know. And we all went there, and I thought somebody was standing on my chest. There's a big progression between the two
Yep. I
colors.
only went
You know
on
what
the
I mean?
red. The red, like I said, is for
The
wimps.
orange, I guess, or red or orange it was. But yeah, it is. You know,
Right here. Wait. Hold on. Right here. This is it. Right here. This is why the Rise of Resistance has to suck because Kylo's in it, and Kylo's a big pussy.
oh yeah, you know what? It's I didn't give a crap about Kylo Ren.
No one does. That's the
I
problem.
don't care, but the ride's incredible.
I can't.
Go on it, and you'll it's still cool because he's not in there the whole time. You know what I mean? He's not in there
See
the
the
whole
old
time.
Star Tours ride we talked about. You come out
Yeah,
and Vader
I went on
Vader
that
would
twice.
grab your ship and see there's a rebel on there and he starts taking the shit and
Yeah,
someone
and
on
there's a
your in
camera
the
pointing at
studio is,
somebody.
is on the camera. That was a
Yeah,
great ride.
that's Star Tours. Yeah, that's been there for a long time, but it's a great ride. I preferred that over Smuggler's Run, which is the Millennium Falcon ride, which we waited damn near 2 hours, and that ride sucked. I did
How
not
long
like
was it
that
even?
ride. The whole thing was, I don't know, 5 minutes.
Yeah, not worth it.
You're sitting in a cockpit, like all together. I thought when somebody said, "Hey, um, you're going to control like the guns, and you're going to control the engineering, and you're going to control the actual Millennium Falcon," I thought it'd be in different compartments, like the Millennium Falcon, like they're in
It was just a
different
cockpit,
areas.
right?
No, it's a cockpit with everybody crammed in there with a joystick and a bunch of buttons, and half the shit doesn't work. So you're controlling the Millennium Falcon, and whoop, you're not controlling it anymore. And then whoop, I'm controlling it again. So they don't let you crash, I guess, but it's kind of dumb. Like I think the idea is it's a good idea on paper, I guess, but it's poorly executed in my opinion. So it's too bad. I was looking forward to, but what they did with Star Wars over there is really cool at uh, at Universal Studios. I was impressed. Everything was expensive as all hell, but
Yep.
but it was cool. It was pretty cool. And then Paul's asking about the Fast
Right.
Pass. All right, so the way apparently it was called Fast Pass or Lightning Lane before, now it's called Genie Plus. The way it works is you buy it for the
You gotta
day.
buy it now.
Well, you buy it. It's $15 per person per day. So if you got four people, it's 70 whatever dollars or 60
And you would have
bucks.
spent like $150 a person just to go in the door.
That's right. So and then what you do is the way it works is Disney revolves around the app a lot. So you got to get on the app and you say I want to go on this ride and you try to book it and it gives you a time. You say yes, book it, and then you're slotted in for a time range like it's an hour window kind of
Right.
thing. So then you try to get into all the rides and it helped. Would I get that again? Probably not. But depends what you want to do because there's only so much energy by a person. You know what I mean? So
So did the
so
fast pass make the Kessel Run in less than 12 parsecs?
oh no, it didn't even work for that. We didn't get Fast Pass. You got to do it per day. So
That's nuts.
for Universal's, yeah, you go broke basically. You know what I mean? So in the end, uh, it was a good vacation. Universal Studios, I thought there was more nickel and dimey
Really?
type
Than
place.
Disney?
Yeah. Disney, they hit it better. They made it better. Like we had the first timer virgin buttons there, like you were calling them, and they interested themselves in us. Hey, where are you from? First time? Are you having fun? It was cool, a little attention kind of thing. Never hurt anybody. And we spent our 20th wedding anniversary, my wife and I, there at Epcot. So that was a lot of fun. So we spent our 20th wedding anniversary at Disney.
Okay.
So that was kind of cool. So it made it a little bit more cool and special kind of thing, right? So um, stayed with my friend Sean down there, which I got to know from my years at Xbox Addict at my website. He was gracious enough to host us, which saved us a ton of money. Thank you again, Sean and Mandy. And yeah, it was cool. I'm all floored out now, and it didn't rain too much. Apparently, we were there when there was record temperatures. Then my buddy was saying, "Hell yeah, man, it's the hottest it's ever been here." I was like,
Perfect.
"No shit, no shit." The key is to hydrate over there. If you're from the
Yeah.
north,
What they charge you? What they charge you for water?
well, fucking most things you drank over there was anywhere from $3 to $8.
Just want to give a quick
depending on what it was.
I want to give a quick shout out to my fellow other co-host, my other new show, Game Time. We have She Lion, who's here. Make sure you subscribe to her channel. She has a wonderful channel. She does
I'll check
great.
it out. Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, 'cause you actually were on vacation. She got a Donkey Kong cabinet for like $800 and restored it in like 2 days. I mean, it looks
What?
beautiful cabinet, beautiful Donkey Kong cabinet. She sanded it. She did new side decals. Took the
You know what they call that in the arcade finding industry or circles, right? It's called horseshoe up the ass of finding a Donkey Kong for $800.
yeah, and the house.
That's
I think she
wonderful.
said the
That's
house
great.
there was a house fire.
750, she said. She corrected
Oh,
us.
really? It's even better. So
750.
there was like a house fire too. So this Donkey Kong cabinet survived like a house fire. She got it to her house. She stripped it and painted it, new decals, and redid the controllers in like 2 days. And the cabinet looks phenomenal. So she's amazing when she does with these machines.
That's awesome. They're hard to restore. Like I restored the Neo Geo you see in the back of my background there. That took longer than a couple days because I had to refixed all the Bondo on there and wood filler and screws and all that
Oh,
stuff.
hey, wait,
It was a
real quick,
job.
you went in the haunted mansion, didn't you?
Haunted Mansion. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I like that. And was Space Mountain running?
Was a
I heard
cool
Space
ride.
Mountain's been getting kind of
Space
finicky.
Mountain. It was there. My kids love that ride. I hated it. I thought my back was going to get thrown out because you can't see when you're going to turn.
That's what's
and
so
stuff.
good
It's
about
dark.
it. And I mean, from when I went as a kid,
It's rough on the old man.
it is.
body,
But when I
let's
was a
say
kid,
that.
you just waited online. But I think in 2010 or 11, when I was there last, they actually had like asteroids games you could play along the line. There was games you could play waiting. Is that still there?
Oh, really?
Is that there? Do you notice?
No, that's gone.
Of course.
That's gone. Yeah,
Someone probably sued them.
we did. I think every single ride at Disney except for a handful of them.
Okay.
Yeah. Like we did the Avatar, the Flight of Passage, I think it's called, where you're on a Banshee and it's all like this massive screen and it is really cool. Like we did not the Himalayas, but the mountain in Magic Kingdom, not Animal Kingdom. It's like not the Himalayas, but it's a mountain, famous mountain.
Was there a Snow White? That's a new ride. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs coaster. That's got to be a new one.
Oh yeah. No, it's relatively new, but it's the Seven Dwarfs. And you go in, and there's like all these rubies that light up when you go get in the line and stuff. It's really cool. And that's actually the first roller coaster we did, because we went in the Magic Kingdom the first day, and it's really cool. Like it's a cool ride. It's fast. It doesn't do loop. I don't think there's any rides in Disney that do loop the loop.
No, at least not yet. I mean, Space Mountain. Well, you know what? That's not true. Because in Hollywood Studios, they had the Aerosmith ride. I think they changed the coaster.
It's there,
but that had a loop in it.
Yeah, but I didn't go on that one because I don't like Aerosmith that much. I don't hate them.
Well, it's not about Aerosmith. It's the ride. What about the
Tower of
Terror? Yes,
didn't do that one. Because
come on,
we were Hollywood Studios. We spent all our time in Star Wars and enjoying all that stuff and doing the Rise of the Resistance and all that stuff. So it was, it was, it was cool. It was. There's not many rides we didn't go on. We I was all Disneyed out, and then I at the end of my day, I would say that I got a Disney wedgie because all the underwear from being on the roller coasters crawled up my ass. It was terrible. It was like, what the hell's going on? Because you're sitting down all the time and you're getting lugged around and stuff. But if I had to say the worst ride at Disney was It's a Small World. Holy
That's still
crap, I
there.
wanted
They're
to shoot
never getting rid of
myself.
that thing. That thing is it's like a herpes, it's not going away.
Oh, that's like a virus. Yeah, it's a terrible.
You
I think it's a terrible
no, you have to
ride.
go. You have to drink and drink and drink and drink. Then you
Oh,
then
you
you
got to be
go, then
high
you go on
and
that
drink it.
ride. It's like you don't care. You know, you just don't
You know
care.
what? The ride that surprised me the most, actually, in Hollywood Studios was the Mickey Railroad ride. It's in the Chinese theater, the Grauman's Chinese Theater
Okay, I
building.
was in
That's
there.
the
I don't
replica.
remember a ride.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But they made the ride. It was something else before. It was, I forget what it was. It was like a Hollywood tour type of ride. It had Indiana Jones in there before.
Okay, okay.
Well, now it's a Mickey thing. And it was really, I don't want to spoil it for anybody. So if you go there, go on that ride, it'll catch you off
They
guard.
decapitate Mickey Mouse or something. They chop his head off, bonsai
No,
style. Bonsai. When they cut his head off.
no, they're not that cruel to the mouse, actually. So yeah, it was interesting. I had a great time. It's there's something to be said about Disney.
Mm.
My parents went without me in 1984,
Best thing they
and I've
ever
been waiting
did.
37 years to go to Disney, and I went a few weeks ago.
That
So
really was your. I mean, it was the family's first time, but it was your first time.
my first time.
Really?
I'd never been to the state of Florida. I've been to California many times at E3 and all that stuff. Never been to the state of Florida. Never been to Disney.
So NASA was the
Uh,
first thing. Universal was the
Amherst,
first
yeah.
thing.
Oh, well, I've been to the Universal in California,
Okay,
but not the
but they're a
Florida
little
one.
different. Not quite the same.
They're close, but yeah, a little different in some retrospects. It's kind of funny seeing Spider-Man at Universal, not at
Did you
Disney, because
see
they
that
only
ride where the animatronic was flying through the air type of thing?
no, that's in
That's in
California
California.
apparently.
Okay. See, I don't know
From
this
what I
stuff.
understand, it's there, so it's kind of like, oh, okay, you know. So say hi to Tony
Yeah,
Cruz
Tony's
from my
here.
Electric Adventures. He was in the
Yep.
chat. Hi, Tony. And he heard about my vacation too, so I called him and we we basically yeah we had a great time. Like even though the Disney stuff was the sequel stuff, it was cool, nonetheless. Like if you go to Star Tours,
Right.
there's a big AT-AT sitting right
Yeah.
there
Right.
outside. I was like, that's really cool,
See
So
now, right next to that, they had the live action. Used to be Darth Vader would come out with stormtroopers and talk to the kids and do like lightsaber battles and stuff. And now it's friggin'
that's gone.
no, now it's friggin' Kylo Ren. Who cares?
Oh, I didn't even, you know what? This is one pet peeve. I don't think Disney is even watching her damn show, but
Oh,
the
Kathleen
one
Kennedy's
pet peeve,
watching. I tell you right now, she's watching.
well, if she does, listen up. We did not see what I'll call them cast members walking around the park at all.
Really?
We saw, okay, I'll tell you who we saw. We saw two stormtroopers from the
Which
sequels.
suck.
I don't even call them stormtroopers. Those are not the real
No.
stormtroopers. And then I saw Ray and Chewbacca walking
So
around.
you saw nothing of value.
And they not walking around saying hi to people. It's like zing, and they were gone.
So they're Home
Like it
Depot
was like
employees.
the what?
So they're Home
Sorry.
Depot employees.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can't ask some shit basically. So it was sad because in Magic Kingdom it would have been cool to see a princess, my daughter get a picture, that kind of thing. Nope, there was nobody around, and I don't know if it's because of COVID or whatever, but that's the one thing I was like, you know what, it's it's sad in a way, but we had a great time. Though. I cannot stress that enough. It was a
Let's switch.
great
Let's
time.
switch gears.
Let's switch gears. Yeah.
Because I know you had a
Enough
good
about my
time,
vacation.
but we have something behind our,
Thumbs
our
up
game
is
night
great.
here we want to talk about. I mean, something that I
Yes,
think
yes.
both me and Steven were like, whoa. And not everyone might be a fan, but we're definitely fans. Olivia Newton-John passed away.
73 years old. Too young. Too young. She apparently she was battling cancer.
She had breast
once,
cancer, I think 20, 25 years of breast cancer, fighting it back and forth. But what a voice. What a sweet, beautiful, look at that, beautiful woman.
Yeah.
I know you say
I was telling Glenn before the show, the music video "Let's Get Physical" kicked in my puberty automatically thanks to her, and yeah, it was like, hey, whoa, what the hell's. And it's sad because uh, I mean, everybody gets old, everybody dies. I get
It's
it,
true, but too
but
young for her.
yeah, but that's the thing. What's happening in the last few years is all the people that we grew up on television with, they're all dying. You
Right.
know, Stan Lee passed away. I mean, the list goes on and on. There's too many to mention, and we're realizing that now, in a sense. You know what I mean? Of like, wow,
Well, the thing like
you know,
I
life is short.
loved
You know,
like the first time I ever saw her, I was let's see, I was like I think 10 years old when Grease came out in '78, something like that. I think it was '78 it came out. So I would have been 9 when it came out. And I saw Grease. You know, my mother and grandmother took me and my cousin. I'm like, what is this stupid movie? And I know you said you didn't watch, but I loved Grease. The first one. The second Grease was a dumpster fire, but the first Grease, I fell in love with her. And
I'm not a musical guy, but sure, I
and
respect that.
then the next film I saw her in was Xanadu. And people are like, Xanadu, what's wrong with you? I think Xanadu was freaking great. And again, she's beautiful. So I was watching Xanadu.
Mm.
And then she did other films. You know, she did.
She has a great
She
singing voice.
does.
Other than, you know, there's some people, you know, it's she's a good-looking woman, but she can sing. Yeah, like legitimately sing. It's not because she was just pretty. She could sing legit, you
Right.
know. So that was the cool part. So, and she can act also clearly.
She could. And she was, I think she was something like 6 or 7 years older than John Travolta when they did Grease.
6 or 7
Six
years
or seven
old.
years
What?
older than John Travolta.
Older. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, she was 20.
No, she was,
Was it
she was, yeah, and
28
he
or
was like
something like that?
19 or 20. So she
Yeah,
was, but look at that. Just a beautiful woman, beautiful voice.
a sad loss for sure. And she's from Australia, right?
She is.
So
She's an
our
Aussie.
good friend Tony's from that neck of the woods too. Well, Tasmania attached to Australia, obviously. But basic, yeah, it's a sad loss. And you know what I see on Facebook, people dying all the time, and this one kind of went, oh shit, like a bit. It caught my attention more than other deaths. Don't get me wrong, it's not like I don't care or anything, but you know, when you grow up with somebody as part of your childhood, you tend to perk the ears up a little more and listen and find out what happened, right?
Right. And
So,
she was one of the good ones.
so
She was just a good person from what I hear, you
apparently
know?
that's what yeah, so I heard the same thing that she was a delight to work with and a super nice person in real life. Like she wasn't just these. Apparently, she wasn't a snobby movie star or
Like
rock
I would
star.
have been.
Yeah, you would have been a failure
Totally.
right there, rotten to the core. Can't watch the video physical. Yeah, but when you were 14 years old, Paul, you were watching that for sure. You know, so it's a sad loss for sure. And we saw that we were talking about it before the show, and it's like, oh man, it sucks either way, but she'll be remembered for sure
Definitely.
by all
So,
of us.
go on your streaming service, pull up Grease, pull up Xanadu, pull up one of their
Watch it.
films. Good movies. Um, I thought they were
Xanadu,
entertaining.
do they stream that anywhere?
Probably not, but if you can find it somewhere. I mean, it definitely
Uh,
was not a film that did well.
in the dark corners of
Yeah,
the
it's one of
internet.
those things. I remember, probably like '81. I just went to a video store and it was her. You know, I obviously knew who she was. And I said, "Xanadu, what's that?" So me and my cousin, we rented, we watched it, and it was a musical, which a bunch of guys watching it. But again, we enjoyed it. She was a great singer. It was a great show. I liked it anyway.
I barely remembered. I saw it, but if you asked me what exactly happened, I wouldn't be able to tell you. You know, I'd be like, I don't
Well,
remember what
she
happened.
was a muse. Her and 7 sisters were Zeus's daughters, which were muses who inspire people. So that she was trying to inspire this guy. And of course, then she falls in love with the guy,
Oh,
but she can't be
gotcha.
with the guy because she's a goddess type of thing. And Zeus is like, "Nah, you can't do that." And she's like, "Well, I want to." And typical, typical '80s cheese.
Wow. Yeah, it's sad nonetheless, for sure. It's yeah. I don't know who else passed away. I didn't see any other mentionable deaths lately, anyways. Uh, but yeah, so it's a sad thing.
It is.
God rest her soul.
It is.
Yeah. A moment of silence. No,
No,
I
we'll
won't
say
start
hello
that.
to people in Ohio. Sandusky's in Ohio. It's Cedar Point watching you guys. That's awesome. Thank you so much. We
Cool.
have people from Australia watching us, which is kind of cool. In England, you know,
We're gonna be big and famous. Have Ferraris in the
I
yard in
already
no
do,
time.
but they're Matchbox.
Yeah, same here. I've got one sitting up there. So, but yeah, I mean, I was out for 2 weeks. Poor Glenn got COVID. It's eh, school starting. Uh, Is your son going to
Oh,
school soon?
actually,
Is he
no, but
started or?
The elementary schools, high school stuff starts, I think, September 8th, I believe. But he's skipping 12th grade. He's doing what's called the bridge program. So he's actually starting
Okay.
college on the 22nd. So he's going to be starting his college career instead of a senior year in high school. I got a college kid already. So he's starting college.
Oh
And
wow.
well, that's
What's
the
he want
thing,
to go for?
it was always, he had no idea. Had no idea, had no idea, no idea. But he was very, very good in math, which is something I am not. And we're actually saying some kids, like in Florida, my friend Mary Parker, her kid started school today in Florida. So today was their first day of school.
That's too early.
But Cole's going for accounting. He's going for accounting.
Accounting.
So I
Cool.
mean,
If he
yeah,
likes it,
he
sure.
seems to like it. I was shocked.
Not for you and
Oh, I
me,
can't. I
but
could barely do two
hey,
plus two.
more power to him. Yeah, yeah. It's we played the video games here and watched the movies. So, but yeah, it's hey, did you get a chance to catch Thor: Love and
I
Thunder?
did, in fact.
I
Okay.
did not.
Then what
I
did you
did not.
ask? Then why'd
No
you ask?
spoiler. Well, I'm just asking if you did, just a yes or no, or just
I did. I
Did you like
did,
it?
and you know what? Cole. Actually, I was surprised. Cole didn't like it. Uh it was. I was watchable. It was watchable.
Okay,
I
that's
went
good.
through it.
Okay,
I
so you
did. I mean, I
enjoyed
like
it.
Thor. I like Chris Hemsworth. If I was going to go to the other side, I could do it for Chris Hemsworth. He's a good-looking guy. Um, but with that being said, stupidly, it was okay. Like I've definitely seen
Cool.
worse. I've definitely seen worse Marvel films. So it was okay.
Eternals.
Yeah, that being one of them. Has anyone seen Prey? Which I
You know what? I want to watch that, and it's on my watch list. And apparently, it's really,
Well,
really
I didn't hear
good.
it's really, really good. I heard comparably to the movies that have been coming out, it's good. It doesn't compare obviously to the first, or even they said even the second film, but they said comparable to what's been put out there.
It does it justice,
Apparently, it's not too
apparently.
bad. So I have not seen it yet, but I'm now planning to. There's a guy called Critical Drinker. He does TV show and movie reviews. He's
Yeah, yeah.
hysterical. He's hysterical. And
Okay.
he normally doesn't go for that type of stuff at all. And he actually, before it came out, he did a review of the trailer, and he called it out as being the dumpster fire it was going to be. They said, and I watched it. He goes, it's not great. However, they stuck with the plot. They didn't do stupid woke stuff. They kind of kept it semi realistic as it could be with a predator, alien predator. He goes,
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
not
of course.
bad. So it's a worthy watch. So if he
Cool.
says it, it's got to be halfway decent.
Most people that basically saw it
Yeah, look,
was great.
Saber saying right here, Prey
So
was
cool.
amazing, and Adam said it was a great prequel. Who else said? We have some other things here. Uh, uh,
They had the same flavor as the first
yeah,
movie,
yeah.
Adam.
So I think that's
Yeah.
what makes sense.
The overall consensus is
Right,
positive, it seems. So,
right.
which is good. So I've been back from vacation. We haven't had chance to really absorb a zillion movies or anything, the wife and I. So we're gonna watch it for sure. It's on there. In Canada, it's on Disney Plus. Hulu in the States, Disney Plus in Canada, because I discovered this. In the US, my buddy, we were trying to watch Bob's Burger. My
The
daughter wanted
movie?
to watch Bob's Burger.
Oh, okay.
No, the series. And it's not on Disney Plus down there. And I was like,
Oh,
what
you
the
mean it's on
hell?
Disney Plus up in Canada? That's okay.
Yeah.
There's a
So
chance
my
to talk about
daughter
my
was like,
sponsor, NordVPN. With NordVPN, you can pick your country, and then you can pick your streaming service.
you're
That's
in
right.
your nose.
So, and it is actually, believe it or not, NordVPN is actually one of my sponsors. They really are.
Are they a sponsor tonight?
Sure, they can be. We're talking about them
You're
now.
throwing a
I'm
bone. You're
throwing them a
throwing
bone.
them a bone. That's
But
fine.
but if you did have
Fair enough.
NordVPN and you could just select Canada, then you could have watched Bob Burgers on Disney Plus. Just saying.
Yeah, it's hard on a big TV to have
You're supposed to bring your
NordVPN.
Fire Stick wherever you go.
Yeah, I guess I didn't have it enough room in my luggage. Had to put room for those lightsabers.
I
Room for the
suppose that's true. So
lightsabers.
everything you bought, you were able to
Yeah.
take back with you and have to ship it separately.
Yeah. Dude, I gotta tell you this. I think I told you earlier, but got through American security, no problem. They looked at the lightsaber. They probably see 100 of them a day. And I get to the Canadian customs, and they're X-raying everything. And the woman looks at the dark saber box, and it's this box here. It's a ginormous It's got the, you know, it's a big box. She's like, oh, and it was sealed. She's like, open it. You got to open it. I'm like, I'm not opening that. It's a freaking toy. Look at it. She goes and gets a supervisor at the back. The supervisor's looking at her, going, "It's a fucking toy. Just let him go."
Oh, did he really said that?
And they let me go. Oh yeah, yeah. She kind of looked at this lady, going, "Oh, yeah." The woman was like, "Really, you're going to stop this guy for a lightsaber?"
I mean, they're in
toy?"
Florida. They
No.
obviously know Disney Park, and I'm sure you're the first, not the first person to walk out with a lightsaber.
Well, especially customs. This was in
Oh, okay,
Toronto,
gotcha. Okay.
so the Canadian customs was once I got in Toronto, but still, like, come on. I'm not the first guy to go through customs with a fucking toy lightsaber from Disney, you know. So got through there, it was fine and everything else. I had the Luke Skywalker lightsaber in my backpack. Didn't even question that. I don't know. I guess the dark saber
Well,
has a more
one is
intimidating.
the rebelling good guys, and the other is part of the Empire. So you have to open up the other one.
Yeah, no, this dark saber is not part of the
No, but
Empire. It's part of the
the Empire guy had
Mandalore.
it in the Mandalorian. What the hell was that guy's name? He was with the Empire.
Yeah, yeah, he had
He
it, but he
did.
stole it. It wasn't part of their thing, but yeah, for sure. I was just like shaking my head, going, "Fuck, you guys are idiots." It's like
Well, you do look
unbelievable.
suspicious, and
So,
even Paul says
and
so.
I look
Yeah. So
suspicious. Yeah, I was like, ugh, whatever. So, what else did I end up getting? A bunch of T-shirts, like I
you got a lot of
said.
gifts, and my gift was COVID. So yay me.
Yeah, Merry Christmas,
Yeah.
early, I guess, eh? Dude, they have yet that Star Wars thing. They had Jedi robes there, like good quality. It wasn't crap there. Not the stuff you buy at Walmart.
No, but I'm sure
Like the
those at
Jedi robe
Walmart are
was
more affordable than
120
Disney.
bucks. Oh yeah, they were 100 and whatever dollars, 150 bucks I think for a Jedi robe at, and there was people walking around in, like, okay, so in Celsius it was like 33, so that's almost 100, where 90 something degrees. It was
Oh,
hot as
how
shit
did
over
that
there,
affect
okay?
you? Because we're Fahrenheit and miles, and you're good old kilometers and Celsius. How did that work out for you?
The miles the miles didn't bother me too much because I know approximately what it is. The temperature, I couldn't convert it to save my life, so I kept having to get Google on my phone. It's like, okay, how much? Because I have the app on my phone that tells me the temperature in Orlando or whatever. It was averaging about 35 degrees Celsius. So 35 degrees Celsius, I
It had to be
think it's
90s or 100 degrees because that's usually what Florida is.
oh, dude, it was hot as shit there. It was, but there's people walking around in Jedi robes in that heat. It was
Well,
unbelievable.
Tatooine. Look at
Even in the
Tatooine. They walk around like that.
crazy. This Canadian didn't fare too well in that heat. I had to drink water like steady, 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 steady. Yeah, Steven, I don't know what he's talking about, but
That's because they don't wear any underwear. But it's
yeah,
just you just wear the robes and nothing else. Yeah,
they're
it's
naked
just the
underneath
robes.
the
Just don't
damn
have a big
robes.
breeze going, and you're fine.
Hey, you want to see my
That's
lightsaber, baby? Kind of thing. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's just it was good, but it's at the heat over there. But the lightning was something impressive over there. It's like a wall of lightning. Oh my God, it was, you don't realize, like, you look at the clouds here where I live and you look at the clouds there, very different. The sky is different, literally different. I didn't think there was going to be that much of
well,
a
Florida.
contrast. We were hoping to see an alligator
You
or
had to have
crocodile,
seen one.
whatever's down there.
They're, they're
We
everywhere.
saw one near
Yeah,
Kennedy Space Center,
yeah.
actually, in the ditch, but we didn't see one where my
You
buddy
know why? You
was
got to bring a
living.
dog with you or a cat. Then you would have saw a bunch of them as they chow down on them.
Yeah, yeah, would have brought something like that, I guess. But again, didn't see one.
How about the
So
little
it was a cool
geckos?
trip.
They just
We
yeah,
saw
they're
lots of
everywhere.
those. Yeah, they were all over the place. Yeah, they're everywhere. I'm surprised. But the Disney parking lot is quite something to see. Massive parking lot. Holy crap. Ginormous.
And then
It's
usually,
like,
if you
holy
bring
crap.
your own car, you have to park like the furthest away and take a ferry. Usually,
If you're far, what they do is they bring people in order. So they stack the front of the park, and then they got people there going, okay, turn here, turn here, turn here, you know. So, hey, Wolf and Nose. Hey, how's it going? So, welcome. So, anyways, yeah, so enough about my vacation. So, what else happened in the world of movies and everything since we've
I'm
been
trying to
gone for
think.
2 weeks?
There a couple of animated films came out. There was a new Minions movie that came out.
The ride sucks.
Oh,
at
there was a
Universal
ride
that.
for the Minions.
It's a
I
brand
thought
new
you just said you were
ride.
done
Yeah,
talking
it's
about it. Now you went right back into it.
sorry, you went Minions, and there was a movie property. But what was we saw Luck
What's
the
that?
other day on it's an animated, looks like a Pixar thing. It's on
Oh,
Apple
it's
Plus.
called Luck.
Luck, yeah, it's not that good, but my daughter liked it, so it's
Well, the
keep
last
going,
few
sorry.
Pixar films, like Lightyear, I couldn't. I ended up turning that off. And then there was one about this guy who was a mermaid or a mermaid monster. I got about 10 minutes in that. I shut that off. Then there's the one Turning
Oh, really?
Red about a girl who turns into a big bear who's got a
That's
period
a animated
for a period
Toronto.
every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Turn that one off.
Yeah, that's a girl movie
It's like, do
more
we really
than
need a
a guy
movie
movie.
about them having their cycle? I mean, come on.
But you know what though? The background, it's all Toronto. Because
Well,
that
she did not
girl
help
who
you
the director was
people out at all with that film.
no, I know, but you saw the CN Tower and the stadium and all that stuff. It was, you know, Lightyear was hot garbage on
Yeah,
ice.
yeah. It's
Probably.
just
I'm not in a hurry to see it, to be honest
but
with
you know
you.
what? It's coming
And
soon. I saw a couple of things today. I didn't see the dates, but Invincible season 2 is coming soon. And
yes, I want to see that real
if
bad.
no one's seen
That was
Invincible,
good
what's
for
wrong
season.
with you?
Go
Amazon,
see it. It's
get on
in
Amazon and watch
Rifle.
Invincible.
Yeah.
Great series, a great comic. Apparently, I was not into it, but
I never watched the comic, like the books and stuff, but the animated series is
and I
incredible.
did
It's great.
watch the new Dragon Ball Super. Unfortunately, it was
Like Dragon Ball
well, it's
Z
Dragon
kind
Ball
of thing?
Super, and this time it was about a couple new androids who.
Never was
Really?
into that.
Well, this
Kinda
one was
weird,
pretty
but
good, but it
yeah.
was Japanese with English subtitles, and it was Piccolo and Gohan against these two new androids, 1 and 2, who are told that they were the bad guys, so they were superheroes. These were two android superheroes, so they thought they were doing, the right thing.
The right
And of
thing.
course, as it goes on, they find out things aren't exactly that way, and it was good. It was good. I thought it was gonna be a little bit different because Goku and Vegeta really weren't in it. They were in it for like a minute in the beginning and at the end, but they really had nothing to do with the story. Which when I watch Dragon Ball Z, I want to watch, those guys go at it.
Those guys. I know the characters, but I never really sat down to watch that series. My kids really like My Hero Academia.
Never heard of it.
If you get a chance to watch, it's an anime. It's a
Okay.
superhero school, and it's exaggerated and it's funny. It's actually pretty good. And Sword Art Online. It's another anime. It's on Netflix. Get to watch that. It's like an MMO virtual reality thing, but it's cool. It's I let my
Ooh.
anime get dictated by
Now,
my daughter.
I just
So
thought
it's
of
like,
something we could talk
"Here, you
about
let-
here.
Tell me what to watch."
So, Doomcock, and I know you watched Doomcock, right? So
Oh, yeah.
apparently,
He's a
apparently
treat.
Warner Brothers has finally had enough with the woke, and they canceled Batgirl and a whole bunch of Supergirl and a
I
whole
saw
bunch
that.
of movies that most of them were done, and they're like, you know what? These are shit, and we're not releasing it, and we're going to start from scratch. We're going to do a
Take a
10-year
loss.
plan like Marvel did with our characters, and because apparently
It's about time.
in Batgirl, they were going to have Batman in it, Michael Keaton, just to kill him. They were
Okay.
having him in there just to kill him off. That was the only reason he was in there.
Oh, that sounds
Yeah.
familiar.
So he's like,
doesn't
you
it?
know what? No, I don't care if this movie's done. It was like $70 million, whatever it was. He's canceled it. Here's
I agree with Wolf and Nose. Need more Grant Gustin Flash.
we
Sure.
got a super chat here from Paul. And Paul, again, thank you for super chat. I appreciate it. And you know what? I'm supposed to have a little super chat thing. It's supposed to come on the screen going super chat. Apparently, that's not working. Didn't work.
Didn't work.
It didn't work.
It didn't
Did
work.
anyone see the Endor trailer? I did too. What'd you think of it?
I did. After Obi-Wan, I'm paranoid. I'm sorry, but I'm like, my dukes are up, and I'm
wait.
like, okay.
Now it showed up like 5 minutes later. So
There
it
it
does
is.
work, just very slowly.
It works delayed.
Thank you,
It's
Paul.
just delayed. Thank you, Paul. So yes, I did see it, but I don't know about you, Glenn, but I am on my guard.
I am too because they're good.
If Kathleen Kennedy had her dirty little hands in there, they're going to do
because they're
something
very
stupid.
good at putting out their promos. Like the promo for Obi-Wan looked pretty good, and then they pulled the wool over her eyes. I mean, it wasn't bad. Again, if you haven't seen it, there is a fan edit where the entire
It's way better.
series is now a 2.5 hour movie, and they cut a lot of that woke stuff out. They cut a lot of the garbage out and kept to the main points of it. And I don't want to give it away, but he fixed the end part where Vader and him fought and why he didn't finish him, and that made it for me. So it's worth watching it. Yeah,
Oh, well, there you go.
but
I'll
just that
watch
one
it,
part.
yeah. I heard it was
Yep.
way better. I
I
heard
wouldn't say
it
it's
was
way
really
better,
well.
but again, comparison to what it was originally, and
Well, what they put out there
right,
in this guy's
and again,
edit, I mean,
when he
yeah.
walks away from him and it says "see a Doth" and leaves him that way, now it's explained why. It actually right there as to why he didn't do it, and then you're like, okay, now I can understand why this was done this way.
Yeah, the reasoning behind it. Yeah, for sure. And it's that's the thing, right? So, but Endor, sorry, it looks cool. I'm excited. I don't know what kind of story they're gonna. Oh yeah, they're making the rebel. They're the Rebel
Right.
Alliance is starting, but I'm cautious, dude. I'm sorry. Once bitten, twice shy, as they say. It's with the debacle of Book of Boba Fett and Obi-Wan. I'm cautious.
I am. I'm probably
I'm very
like
cautious.
even when
I'm
Obi-Wan
sorry,
came
but I'm
out,
cautious.
like I didn't watch it until it was almost like the series was like almost done. I think it was like I watched
Over,
after
yeah.
5 were put out there because I think I watched that and I'd be caught up and watch the last episode. But normally, if I'm excited for something, I can't wait. Like Stranger Things, my son and I, we couldn't wait. Bam!
I haven't watched the new seasons
dude.
yet.
I will say, it sucks. You got to wait till like 2024 or 2025 for the next one to come out
to get the end of it.
I would say
that's the wrap.
Yeah, that'll be it. So, but I'm sure they'll find some way to extend it because it does too well. But this season was very good, even though I don't want to say anything more. But even though they totally ripped off stuff from another genre, which you'll find out when you see it, but it was still very good.
Yeah, for sure. The
so Paul, again, we're Star Wars lovers. We don't like what Lucasfilm's doing now with the trash. So the reason we are the way we are is because we love Star Wars, not the abominations that have been put out since 2009, 10, whatever that first.
The Revenge of the Sith.
I'll even take the prequels now. The prequels now, good.
No. Same here. The prequels are awesome.
Yeah, awesome compared. Yes, fine.
Yeah, compared. Not awesome over and above everything, but yeah, but it's yeah, they gotta follow more Jon Favreau formula and Dave Filoni than Kathleen Kennedy and whoever else worked on the others crap. That's my feeling on it because it works. The Mandalorian. I mean, let's face it. I even got a Mandalorian lunchbox now. I'm all in with Mandalorian. I can't see it, but anyways, it's flashing in and out. But anyways, I got a Mandalorian lunchbox. I'm invested. I got a Darksaber. I like it. I support the stuff I like. But this new stuff, I'm cautious about Endor. I'm sorry, but I am overly precautious, and I'm actually hesitant that it'll be any good. I want it to be good, but I don't think it will be. I've lost faith at this point, sadly. I don't know about you, Glenn, but I've lost faith.
Well, I'm in agreement with you. I think even now, if they did a Vader series, they would turn him into Boba Fett. Where he's like, I'm not so. I don't want to hurt you so much. I want to change.
I want to see Vader.
Well, that's what I do. But I mean, look what they did to Boba Fett, man. They totally they cut off his cojones, and now he's a wuss. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly. It's sad. You know what I mean? It's really sad. So it's like, okay, So at the end of the day,
that's exactly what I'm saying, right there, Paul. That's exactly what I'm saying. 100%. Even Star Trek, they've ruined Star Trek. I mean, no,
Star Trek's not the same. Well, you know what? The Strange New World.
I wouldn't say it's really good. I say I can watch it. I could tolerate
it.
But isn't that sad? Isn't it sad because that other one's just so bad that this one's like, okay, I can stomach this one.
Oh, it's actually quite decent. They're not all winners.
Did you not notice that the entire crew on the ship is now all women?
Yes, they're all women.
And one of them is Khan's great granddaughter or something like that. But really, on the Enterprise that Kirk's going to see in the next series.
You know what? You know what? I'm gonna tell you. You know what sci-fi TV show I really like is the
The Orville is
Orville.
good, and it's on Hulu now.
I love the Orville. I think it's great. I think it's Star
Yep,
Trek what it
what it
should
used to
be,
be.
in
What
a
it used to
sense.
be.
What it used to be, but they keep the whole thing real. You know, like what was it? The one crew member, he's going out with a girl that's really
Yes,
strong,
well, the
and
captain was.
they're making love in bed, and then she breaks his arm, and he's at the doctor and stuff like that. Stuff that would really happen. You know, it's funny as hell. You know
I
what I
like the
mean? So it's
Blob
pretty
guy.
good.
I haven't seen the
So
new season, but I like the Blob dude.
well, that's
Yeah.
Norm Macdonald. He passed away. I don't know how
Oh, he's
they're
probably not on
getting his
anymore
voice
then.
in there. Well,
Yeah, I
no,
guess
he's
not.
dead.
I guess
Like
not.
poor guy
That's
passed
true.
away. You know, but the voice is still there, and I'm like, fuck, he must have recorded this stuff
The show was recorded
years
years
ago
ago, and then it
or
got
something.
passed around between Fox and Hulu, and I think there's another station that had it for a short time. So it was on hell for like a year and a half, 2 years. It was like frozen.
Well, they bought up 20th
Right,
Century
right. So Disney
Fox,
has it now.
Disney. So it ended, yeah. So it's on Disney Plus here. I don't know what it is in the U.S., but yeah, I mean,
Don't you hate when those Klingons around
the
Uranus, man?
Klingons.
It is a pain.
So yeah, so basically, Strange New World is tolerable. Orville is a better sci-fi TV series, in my opinion, when it comes to a Star Trek-esque vibe, I guess,
Right.
is on television. Uh, but it's
Not gonna
She-Hulk's
watch
coming
it.
out next week.
I'm not gonna
I'm
watch
gonna
it. You know, I'll
watch it.
tell you, why I'm not
I
gonna watch
really
it?
like
No, why I'm not
Tatiana.
gonna watch it? Every single thing in the trailer shows, the Hulk, Bruce Banner, and her, and everything's perfect with her. He was struggling, doing those things. She's doing everything perfect. F that. I'm not watching it. I'm not watching it.
Well, if you liked
Nope.
Orphan Black, I like that actress a
Nope.
lot. I think she's very talented. We'll see if it's
Nope.
totally all
Ain't
kinds
watching
of
it.
woke. I have a feeling it won't be all kinds of woke because I don't know if Feige would let that. Did you see that Daredevil's going to be
Don't
in
care.
there? Oh,
Don't
dude, it's Daredevil.
ain't watching it.
I thought
We
we were
are, and
friends,
that's
Glenn.
why I'm telling you, man.
It's
Don't
Daredevil.
go down that path of wokeness. Don't do it.
I'm gonna go down it because I like Daredevil a lot. So he's one of my favorite Marvel characters. Him and Doctor Strange are my favorites.
Did you finally
So it's
see the Multiverse of Madness? Did you watch it?
yes, I saw it many times and awesome. Love it.
I liked it myself. I thought that
One of their better
Cole didn't like it
movies.
so much. Actually, it was kind of funny that he said that, but I thought did a good job with it.
Oh yeah, I think they did a tremendously good job. I didn't like the whole Scarlet Witch evil
But
thing as much, but it was okay.
that's
It
what's
was
supposed to
okay.
happen.
You
She's
know what I mean?
supposed to go like total ape shit.
Oh, I know. Oh, and that's what happened. But but it was like okay, cool. And I'm liking the stuff they announced. Wakanda Forever, which will be Black
Yeah, I'm not watching
Panther's
that either.
sister. That would be. I don't think that'll be all
Oh,
kinds of woke.
what?
I think that's what
How could
actually
it
happens
not
in the
be?
comic books. Well, not because it has a girl. Come on. You got to give it a chance. Now, if they prove that they're woke, then shut it off. You know what I mean? Give it a chance. Like She-Hulk, it might be woke, and then you shut it off after when they start
Nope.
showing their
Nope.
true
I'm
colors.
going
That's
to
what I'm
call it
doing.
right now. You're going to say, Glenn, it was woke. You watch it, and you save me the terror of watching it.
You just
No,
want to predict
I
stuff.
know it's going to be.
You want
Just
to
from
be
the
the next.
trailer.
You want to be the old school Notre Dame.
Actually, I wouldn't mind being Nostradamus.
That's
That
what
wouldn't be so bad. I still can't get the Powerball numbers to win
Yeah,
$1.6
let me
billion.
know if I was gonna. Some guy in Chicago. Well, when I was down there, my friend Tony, he's like, yeah, there's a Powerball thing. It's like a $1 billion or
1.6.
some crazy. Some guy in Chicago
No,
won the thing.
there was
One
two.
ticket.
There were two
Apparently.
winners.
Two tickets.
So they got $753 million cash payout. Poor guys.
Well, maybe 500 million with the government taking
Something
their
like
chunk
that.
there or whatever. But still, $500 million. You don't have to work
I
ever
already told my
again.
son I would buy myself a starship. Yeah, I buy
A
an
starship?
Elon Musk starship. I want my own starship.
You wouldn't get. You'd get a
I don't
piece
care.
of shit. You get the thing at Disney probably that doesn't even work. The Millennium Falcon over at Disney. You know.
I wouldn't spend that kind of money on that crap.
You know what? It's I do all kinds of stuff if I want that kind of money, but who knows?
Wolf and Oz. If you are, the Inquirer will pay you $2 million right now, cash.
That's funny. I'm now pregnant with the winner. So, anyways, other than that, we got 3 minutes left. Is there anything else? You got any new stuff coming out in
Oh,
your
I want to talk
products
about
or
this
anything like
this
that?
this
There was
Friday,
some people
Saturday, and
talking about.
Sunday is the Long Island Gaming Expo, in Long Island, New York. So if you happen to be in the area, uh, yeah,
No, it'd be in
sure.
Hawaii, actually. No, I'm
Unfortunately, I
joking.
have my show Friday night, so I'm not going to go on Friday night. So, but it will be there Saturday.
We
Yep,
were on
we're all
Friday.
working on the game time.
I'm joking
So
with
then
you.
Saturday I will be there at the Long Island Gaming Expo, and also Bill from Bill's Retro Gaming Show will be there. There'll be a lot of other people there as well. Sunday probably will not go because I honestly hate driving to Long Island. I hate the LIE. I hate the whole thing of it.
How
For me,
far?
it's
How far is it
about an
from
hour
you?
and a half to get there. It's not horrible,
That's
but
not
it's the
bad.
LIE, and it's just look it up. No one likes the LIE. But that's happening this weekend, so I'm going to be doing that. We do have, again, I keep saying all the time, I have some products we're working on. My team is working so hard. I'm making some new products that just aren't ready yet. They should be, but everything is still slowed up, and it's really driving me insane when people say, there's shortage of parts, but there is. That it's hard to get items. There is. But when we release these things, I know everyone's going to be really excited, and I think one of the items that we're working really hard on is going to be, I don't say game changer, but for me and my team, it's going to be a game changer. I think it's going to be a whole new product line that we can really expand and grow, and I think people are going to eat it up. I really think they're going to eat it. No matter what you
Cool.
do in gaming, I think you're going to eat this product up.
Is edible?
Could be. It actually could
I'm
be.
joking.
We can make it out of chocolate. We could do that.
Chocolate or candy
Yeah.
or
What about
whatever.
you?
Yeah,
What
that's
are you
cool.
working on?
I've got a scoot. I got to go get my son. Me, I'm looking for a job. No, that sounded sad. I am looking for a job, but I didn't want to have it sound so sad. um, but it's 9 o'clock. I've got to go pick up
Is
my
it 9
son
o'clock? It
from
is 9
work.
o'clock.
So
Wait
it's
a
nine
second. Does he have
o'clock.
a
We're
driver's
out of
license yet?
time.
He's 18,
However,
isn't he?
uh, he's got us as a taxi, right? So, and then to also answer Paul's thing to go to the Midwest Gaming Classic, I'd love to. I am not going to the Toronto Fan Expo. I went there a while back, and we're all budgeted out for this year. So, uh, I mean, if that show wants to fly Glenn and I out there, we'll
Oh yeah,
go
we'll
anywhere.
be bitches.
You know.
We'll go.
Yeah, yeah, we'll be bitches. We'll say whatever you want. We will not bow down to any sponsor.
See, Wolf and Oz is up in Syracuse, and there's a gaming show up there. But there's an evil fog up in Mexico and Syracuse, New York. So I don't know if I can go there, but I'm bursting into flames. But I'll talk to Wolf and Oz. Maybe he can convince me. Oh God, we probably drink ourselves stupid.
Yeah, probably.
All right, so we're running over. I didn't realize it. So, yeah,
Thank you
new
again
night.
for showing
So I'm
up.
sorry, it was kind of last minute, but Wednesdays at 8 o'clock right now will be the night going forward.
Yep. And
Yep, to further notice, we'll have some guests
That's
on. We just wanted to come back and just kind of shoot the breeze. Definitely check out Rexer's show. His last couple of videos were spot on with so many things, and Rexer puts a lot of work into his shows, and he deserves more recognition there. Wolf and Oz is just Wolf and Oz. He's awesome.
Show.
Download his pie images, and She Lion.
We'll get more
maybe we'll get
people
She Lion
too.
on
We'll
here
get
next
more
time.
people too. Maybe get She Lion for sure. I'll go subscribe to the channel.
All right.
And
so everyone,
check it
again,
out.
thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on Friday on Game Time, and maybe I'll see you at the Long Island Gaming Expo. So until then, Steven, what are we going to do? Game on, everyone. Have a great night.
Great night.
Tiny Arcade fan page. Remember, don't admire people too much. They'll disappoint you.
Sit, Blue Blue, sit.